Do you think Ray has changed at all after seeing his younger self a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we've seen it we see it in the episodes since that yet. Hasn't come into play so much, but I know that in the episode, what Ray learned was that his childhood wasn't all bright and shiny, like he kind of had fooled himself into believing, and that maybe he had some real challenges in life, and that's okay, and and that makes him a little more balanced, maybe moving forward. Because I think part of somebody who is happy and light all the time is balancing that. Just kind of being myself, I guess, because I bring a lot of that to Ray, is and understanding that for myself is kind of part of my life's journey, is understanding the balance of light and dark in life, or what they're going to do about that problem. Yeah.
Can you preview a little bit of what Ray and the team think of Constantine?
It's Ray's first encounter with Constantine. Yes, that's right. So I think it's kind of cool to have him aboard the ship and did get to have a fun scene with Matt. And I think he brings a cool element to the show, and our seasons thus far has been heavily influenced by supernatural and by magic, so it's very appropriate to have him there, and then he brings some crucial storyline forward and plays an integral role in the episode and kind of us moving forward and helping Ray with some motivation or information that will be really propels the second half of the season forward. So I think it's cool. Ray thinks it's cool to have him there.
Ray realizes in the next episode that Kuwasa is the same person that he battled during Vixen season 2. So talk a little bit about getting to connect that storyline into the live action show.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to mix the different mediums. I think that's a neat thing that we've been able to do. It makes the world bigger and broader, which is exciting. And hopefully is an Easter egg of sorts for people to go back and look, and hopefully viewers aren't too confused, like, when did Ray meet Kuwasa? So I think that's cool, and to have inside jokes and inside knowledge is kind of a cool thing. And she's an interesting presence on the show as well, having her powers and the way she moves and the fluidity of it is pretty cool. It wasn't great getting drowned by her in episode 3.
Ray is someone who has a lot of science and technology background, has kind of gotten involved in the Firestorm storyline. Does he have more of a role to play in the future? Yeah,
Ray continues to work to separate Firestorm, to let them both go on their own journeys separately. So that continues for several episodes.
Zari seems to connect with Ray. Can you talk about how that relationship's going to evolve?
Ray and Zari are good to put together because of the polar opposites as far as how they view the world and where they grew up. Her living in a dystopian future, and Ray living in kind of an idyllic 80s Ivy Town. So that there's a lot of fun to play there, and they both. I don't know if they've both rubbed off on each other too much yet, but it's fun. It's a little bit like, and they have the tech stuff, so we get to doing a little more tech banter and stuff. So it's starting to remind me a little bit of some of the fun I had in Arrow, working with Emily, working with Felicity, because it was all the fast talking tech stuff, and so we get to have a little bit of that interaction, which I look forward to. It's been fun, and I look forward to doing more. For me personally, we finally got into the suit into a place where it's mostly comfortable for a moderate amount of time, and I don't have to do a lot of physical therapy to fix my back. So I'm not too eager to have it change and then have to go through the challenges of fitting a new suit, but also it's very expensive.
Was there anybody or anything that particularly excited you working with in the crossover?
It's always fun to work with Emily. We never haven't get enough to do together since our time in Arrow. I have a limited adventure in the crossover, but I do get to work with a few people that were it's a good time. The best thing was that we got to do was the big gathering of everyone here in our world on the Wave Rider, which is pretty awesome to have all those superheroes together. Was a really kind of unique, fun thing, which I think the audience will like as well.
Were the legends invited to the wedding?
A few of the legends were invited to the wedding.
Was Ray one of us?
Ray was not invited to the wedding,
Aww.
which
Ouch.
I think has less to do with Ray and more to do with having too many people at the wedding that they have to deal with and cover and give airtime to. So, that's what I like to tell myself anyway.
Where was the superhero gathering? Was it on the bridge or was it here?
The bridge, yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we thought we used to get upset about having 9 people, 9 characters in the bridge and trying how long it takes to shoot that. But we're having 21 or whatever it was is pretty insane. But Greg Smith, who was our director for that episode, knew what he was doing, and it was actually pretty quick. You have to have your ducks in a row when doing a crossover because people have to go to 3 different shows. So we only have Melissa for 2 hours. We've got Grant for an hour, and we've got Steven for 30 seconds. So got to get the shot.